Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Panzer III E. We'll start off with a brief overview, then how to use it, then some pros and cons of the vehicle. Overview. The Panzer III E is an excellent tank to use angling in. With angling, the hull has a chance to bounce some enemy fire. The turret face protection is rather thin, but in some areas the turret armor overlaps, which may help to stop some shells. However, the thin roof armor means that enemy planes may penetrate the top of the tank if they are using .50 caliber guns or cannons. The Panzer III E is equipped with the 37mm KWK-36, which is a fairly underwhelming weapon. It can penetrate most lower ranked vehicles at close range, but at further ranges the gun really does start to struggle. It's also fairly inaccurate, which makes aiming for certain weak spots quite difficult. It comes with two available rounds, APHE Max, 47mm penetration, low penetration but higher damage potential. A PCR Max, 86mm penetration, high penetration but lower damage potential. It's best to consider taking a mix of both types of ammunition. The APHE has the potential to knock out some enemy tanks, but will be completely ineffective against the more heavily armored vehicle you'll likely meet when up-tiered. For these tanks, it's best to use APCR and aim for flat surfaces. The APCR does very little damage internally, so try to aim for crew members if possible. The Panzer III E is equipped with two coaxial 7.9 2mm MG 34 machine guns. As there are two of them, these machine guns are quite potent against enemy anti-air trucks and even against the slower biplane aircraft commonly encountered in lower ranked battles, although their viability against aircraft is questionable due to the slow turret traverse. These guns have no functional viability against armored vehicles, however, and only serve as a last-ditch effort to kick up dust. The Panzer III E has a varied role on the battlefield. It has substantially armor, although not enough to consistently deflect enemy shells, and impressive mobility. This mobility allows a skilled player to play in a more aggressive fashion. The Panzer III E excels in mid-range support due to its armor being more valuable at longer ranges, and its mobility especially. The reverse speed, which helps it get out of bad situations and reposition much easier. Being at longer ranges helps minimize the downsides of the poor turret traverse and lack of a stabilizer, which can be a hindrance in brawls and close-range fighting. Additionally, the dual machine guns mounted on the turret can act as a pseudo-SPAA and shoot down low BR planes that get a little too close to the ground. When taking fire, if retreat isn't an option, the tank should be angled at a 45-degree angle, as its armor is the same on the front and the sides. Additionally, this tank has smoke grenades, which can provide cover for long enough to repair damage or move out of the line of fire. It is recommended to take several rounds of APCR, as the APHE shell loses penetration at longer ranges. Alternatively, provided the driver has enough skill and map knowledge, this tank can be an extremely rewarding ambush predator, relying on well above average mobility to slip through the cracks in the enemy lines and ambush players traveling to the front lines. Because the gun will one-shot most vehicles in its BR at close ranges, the Panzer III E will often be able to take out enemies who are not expecting it, and then move to a new location before the next wave of tanks respawn. This playstyle works best on maps with hills and ridges to hide between, as opposed to the more exposed and flat city maps where hiding can be more difficult. Be mindful that when lying in wait, the Panzer III E does still make some engine noise, so if there is someone coming around a corner shortly, turning off the engine will increase the chance of an ambush. However, if the ambush goes poorly, the Panzer III E often does not have enough armor to survive. Smoke grenades may help. However, the primary goal at all times should be remaining out of the line of fire and not attracting the attention of multiple enemies at once. Enemies that are unable to be easily destroyed in one hit, such as the LVT tanks. Low ammo counts can be UD'd in this tank, which reduces the chance of a death due to ammo explosions. Pros and cons. Pros, very fast reload. Access to APCR, very good mobility. Immune to heavy machine gun fire, tougher than other reserve tanks if angled. Cons, very slow turret traverse, lackluster firepower, unimpressive armor protection if not angled. This has been an overview of the Panzer III E lease like and sub, and I'll see you in the next video.